Hi, good evening, good day, good morning, YouTube. This is Intro to Motorbike 101. Today, I'm going to talk about and demonstrate a very, very important concept that you have to understand when you ride a motorcycle, okay? Dirt bike, cruiser, Harley, street bike, sports bike, super sport, what have you. That's called the friction zone, okay? Have any of you guys driven manual cars before? Have you guys driven trucks, all that? When you put the clutch in and you pull it out, you know when you put it in gear and you let out the clutch and it starts to jerk? What happens when you put your foot all the way out, right? The wheels start moving, okay? What's going on, okay, is the lever here is engaging the flywheel to your transmission, to your rear wheel, okay? And when it's fully out like this, disengaged, it's moving on its own, okay? It's not doing anything, okay? When you squeeze this lever, okay? I'm sorry. Let's back that up. I'm sorry. When you squeeze this all the way in, it's not doing anything. It's just rotating freely on its own all day long, right? It can go for hours. When you release this lever, at some point, that flywheel is going to touch your clutch pack, okay? And it's going to grab the gears to allow your wheel to rotate, okay? If you release it all the way like this, it's basically slamming your flywheel against that, and it won't catch, and it will stall, okay? That's why they always tell you, you gotta release it in a motion that is smooth, okay? Not slow. I didn't say slow, I said smooth. Smooth, right? It's like making sure you're trying to butter your toast. You don't butter it like this, and you don't take all day long. You get a nice, smooth motion in buttering your toast, right? And it looks beautiful. Same thing with the flywheel, okay? Same idea with your motorcycle. So there is a point between pulled all the way in, disengaged, no travel, and fully engaged, fully released, and travel with motion, okay? Each bike is different. It could be here, it could be here, it could be in the middle, it could be a wide gap. But there is what we in the industry call a sweet spot, or the friction zone, okay? Now I'm gonna demonstrate on the bike what happens when you release it with the bike rolling in neutral and with the bike rolling in gear, okay? You'll see that it will start moving on its own. That's what the friction zone is all about. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not even going to touch the throttle at all, okay? I'm gonna show you what this does, okay? This basically is the primary initial power stage of your motorcycle. The rest of it, guys, all happens in your throttle. That's all that's going on, okay? For this demonstration, guys, I'm not gonna need this, okay? I'm gonna lay them back here, okay? Mount my motorcycle, tip it upright, put in my key. It's in neutral. Pull up my kickstand. Start the bike. I'm in neutral. My clutch is engaged. I'm not going anywhere. Why? Because the flywheel is not running next to my clutch pack and my transmission. Watch what happens when I pull it in and put it in gear. I am going to grab my clutch, squeeze it, let it out slowly and watch what happens. Again, my hand is not anywhere on the throttle, okay? See that? You see me start moving? My hand was off the throttle the whole time. Let's do that again. Okay? I'm moving on my own because the friction zone is catching my transmission and my rear wheel. That's what is moving my bike, okay? Let's talk about some very important things of the friction zone. Why would you need to understand the friction zone? The friction zone is going to be your best friend in a couple of scenarios, okay? It's going to be your best friend in a U-turn, your best friend in a slow speed maneuver. Now I kind of gave away the secret as to where I'm going with this, okay? It's going to be your best friend in stop and go traffic. It's going to be your best friend in weaving in and out of cones. It's going to be your best friend in starting on an incline. It's going to be your best friend in starting on a decline, okay? What did all those have in common? I kind of gave it away already, didn't I? I know, I'm so bad. They're slow speed maneuvers, okay? If you use your friction zone in slow speed maneuvers, you practically won't even need your throttle, okay? There are some occasions where you're gonna need your throttle so that you don't stall out, but you shouldn't have to roll it like you would a sports bike. Make that loud, what we would call whiskey throttle, okay? So that is the whole point of the friction zone. Do you remember what I showed you? It was, this is fully engaged, and this is fully disengaged. Now, I don't condone doing this, but for the sake of this video, let's see what happens when you release it and give it no gas. I'll show you. Okay. For safe purposes, I'm going to put on my helmet. Okay? Ready? Guys see that jerk? Okay, that jerk was going to stall the bike. Okay, so by me squeezing this and finding my friction zone, my bike will never stall unless it's out of gas or some other weird event takes place. But that's like finding a unicorn. They just don't exist. Maybe they do, but that's for another video. Guys, I'm just kidding. No, but seriously. So that's what the friction zone, guys, is all about. It's just maintaining your speed so that your bike doesn't stall out of gear, okay? And then the art of using the throttle is just to maintain that speed so you go in and out, okay? In another video, I'm going to show you and talk about pairing the friction zone, okay, with the throttle and a slow speed maneuver so that you can maneuver around small speed areas such as parking lots, such as U-turns, such as parking spaces, okay? Well, that's going to do it for this video. I just wanted to wrap it up on this one. Come on next time and we'll show you some other cool procedures. All right? Thanks, guys, for watching. Put your kickstand down and hop on.